So we have with us the Imperial Majesty, the Paramount Ruler of Iwo Land, Oluwo Of Iwo. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
How are you today?
Very, very good.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're very well, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for joining us this morning because we are quite concerned about exactly the role of the Obas within the Southwest, especially on the issue of insecurity. We've been living peaceably with many different tribes in the Southwest. But in recent times, there have been quite a lot of uproar of issues. I'd like to know from your own constituency, what's the relationship like in the community? And have you heard of violence within Iwo Land so far?
In my community, there are pockets of issues everywhere. Everywhere in Nigeria, there's problems. And I commiserate and I condole with people that lost their lives everywhere in Nigeria, in the Southwest, because there is problem everywhere in Nigeria. But in Iwo, we manage it. In Osun State, we do manage it. There are many Fulani and Boer committee that was put in place. Any issue that is happening, they come to the palace. There are some other kings at the suburbs under me. They resolve it. Things that cannot be resolved, they can bring it to my palace.
You mentioned that in your community and in Osun State, you haven't had those clashes yet, or you haven't had those clashes at all. And for me, I'm thinking, is it that you are not going to have them, or you haven't had them yet? And what are the conversations, what are the meetings that the Obas are having, that the rulers are having in Osun State, in the different communities, to prevent, the spread of these tensions into these communities?
We do have issues, but we resolve them. Most especially the farmers and herders issue. The only thing that can solve that one is because we have neglected some people for too long. When you neglect people in the bushes, when you don't go on, when you didn't counsel them, you didn't tell them to come into town. When you neglect people in the bushes for too long, what do they become? They become animals. So when you see people living in the bush and nobody has ever cared for them, they don't have electricity, they don't have water, they don't have no amenities, no social nothing. We just started giving them school, which is nomadic school. There is no secondary school, no primary school in the bushes. So these kind of people, and we employ them sometimes as maids, as security guards. And if you employ these people as maids and security guards and they've been there for long, believe me, there's fire on the mountain. They've been very nice and good and great people. But then I'm still talking about when you neglect people in the bushes for so long, not all of them wants to be herders. Not all of them wants to be rearing cows for life. What can solve the herders and farmers issue right now is education. Educating people about ranching. And what I have told the government, and I have said it several times, is to educate the Fulani that the nomadic way of life of rearing cows on the road is no more in vogue. 2020, this is the 21st century. Right. Yeah. There is no more rearing of cows. People have ranches. Right. Even cows are not healthy when they roam the streets.
Right.
What we want to know from you is, how do you have armed Fulani men in your community, and how can we ensure our message is targeted at the people who are armed and not against those that are peacefully living in our communities?
My process in Iwo, and what I would like the federal government to replicate, is I have made an announcement that any Fulani who is willing to relocate, that they're being chased anywhere, can relocate to Iwo. And my own plan is to give them an identity. There must be a data and identity. I will take their pictures, take their names, and give them an identity card, which it will read Fulani Iwo or Hausa Iwo. And also, from there, we'll start our own people too, who are Yorubas. We can have a database and identification process for everybody.